across. And make sure to like this video, by the way, if you haven't done so yet. And thank you for all the hearts. So what Tom said was, I'm helping younger men like become men, you know? And I think that's what I wanted to tell you, that some things about being a mom are just not second nature. To talk about how sex is great, and it's not something to wait till marriage. It's something that you want to express about how good it is, but how you need to do it safely. Those kind of things are things that most parents don't think to tell their kids. They don't say, you know, you are going to have sex and you're probably not going to wait till you're married. But if you are going to do it, make sure that you do it safely, and make sure you pay attention to your lover. And that's the part that most, especially moms, don't feel comfortable talking about with their kids. I know that's why I do my podcast with my son called Sex Talk with My Mom. We're trying to show that you can really have good conversations between a parent and a son without it being sleazy or without it being uncomfortable and awkward. I mean, sometimes it will be, but in essence, it's really, really important to be open and honest and show your child that sex is good and it's not something that you have to be embarrassed about or something that you shouldn't talk about. Because why would you want to learn about sex from other places? Like, why would you want your kid to learn about sex from porn? Or why do you want your kid to learn about sex from their friends who don't know any more than they do? I mean, where did you guys learn about sex? So, good morning and hello to Bryson and Miguel and Elliot and Brendan and Leslie and yes, Mama said you can look but don't touch. There you go. That Hawaiian Zun whatever. And thanks a lot for your young men. So us older guys won't have to try to explain to them how to get a woman and love her forever. Exactly. So the whole idea of look but don't touch it makes completely the wrong message to me. It's like when I was raising my kids, people said don't give your kids soda. And then if you say don't give your kids soda, of course that's what they want to do. So if you're saying you can look at these girls but you can't touch them, that's all you're going to think about. But you're probably going to only think about that anyway because you're going to be horny because your hormones are raging. Hello, Loki and Ray, and thank you for all those wonderful compliments. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. I'd be happy to entertain any other comments about the best advice and also why older women are like wine. I like wine, and that's another thing Tom was saying. Tom, I'm definitely quoting you. I am curious, Tom, as to how old you are, by the way, because I want to know where you got your knowledge from. And let's see, Miguel says porn. My mom is not open to talk, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Porn is a fantasy. It's not real. It's entertainment, and it's certainly not a really good way to get educated. Even people like Nina Hartley, who's the best sex educator outside of traditional sexologists. As far as I'm concerned, she really understands the human body and understands what makes women come and etc., all that kind of stuff. And Nina and I have talked extensively how porn is not a good way to learn because you really can't even see what's going on. If you want to learn about oral sex on a woman, you can't see that because the guy's head is covering up the entire vaginal area, the whole vulva. It's all covered up. You can't see it. You could see, obviously you could see a dick, but you can't see a vagina or a vulva, as she says it. Porn is basically scripted. Exactly, conservative patriot. Yeah, it's scripted. It's not real. So you don't want to learn from porn, and you don't want to learn from your friends because your friends have no experience either. They may act like they do. Oh yeah, I banged some girl in behind the football stadium, but they don't know what the hell they're doing. I know because I was that age too. And guys my age, when I was 18, 19, they did not know what the hell they were doing. Check my Amazon wish list. I can only get things posted to me. Oh, thank you all for checking out my Amazon wish list. I have a link that I can put up here if you want to see what I'm wishing for, because I need to have money to buy new equipment and things that I've been looking for, especially for this channel. And so here's my Amazon wish list. And the problem with it right now is that I don't have anywhere you guys can send it to. So let's see here. This is it. And you can take a look at it, and I promise to get that fixed. And thank you for pointing that out to me. A couple of people did, unless you're the same person who did that already. Anyway, how blare you? My mom doesn't like talking about drugs. Another thing you should talk about. Your mom should tell you about drugs. She should tell you that, what I did, again, with my kids, I said, before you go away to college, I want to sit down and I want to have a drink with you. I mean, my kids are always like, they were like, I don't want to drink. I'm like, yes, you must drink with me, because I want to make sure that they experienced what the feeling of alcohol is with someone who's responsible, as opposed to being in a dormitory where who knows what can go on there, and you can end up on the, overdosing on alcohol, because it can be toxic. So that's another place that alcohol and drugs and all that kind of stuff should be talked about. Everything that you shouldn't talk about should be talked about, no matter what your things are. There's no reason not to talk about it. Kiefer Sutherland, the real Kiefer Sutherland, the one that played on 24. When am I coming to the UK? Oh, I'd love to come to the UK. London is like one of my favorite cities. I learned some of my best moves from porn, Ray. I mean, I'm not saying you can't learn from porn, especially some of the like the romantic stuff, like pressing a girl up against a wall or something like that. You can learn that kind of stuff, but don't think you're learning about actual oral sex techniques unless they're specifically done by women, or at least people that care about what women think. I just realized my head is probably cut off. Is that true? Okay. I don't know. This problem with this thing. Okay, good. Let's see. I believe older women have the knowledge and wisdom younger women don't possess at the younger age until they are older. The best way to learn about sex is get educated from the right versus wrong. Good call there. Bryson, I think that through the education I get from you, I won't be selfish when it finally happens for me. Exactly, Bryson. That's like another thing that I, as the elder stateswoman here, can safely say that you will learn a lot more from watching me than you will from porn about pleasing women. And I think the most important thing is to ask the woman what she wants. Just as you're doing it, you get, just get more and more knowledge about, what makes her happy and what makes her glow, and watch the body language, watch how red she gets in her face, or her entire body might have some color to it, or her breathing might change, or she might just tell you, I like it this way or that way. But that's really, really, really super important. And again, I don't think your mom told you about that kind of stuff. And they don't tell you about that stuff in porn either. Leslie, my favorite type of alcoholic beverage is wine. Being on a tour and seeing it made is pretty good, and being good for your heart too. It's awesome. I agree, Leslie. I love a good wine tasting. I should put wine on my Amazon wish list. You learn the best moves from older women. I see, Ray. Okay, that I could see as well. Absolutely. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention down here to the Instagram people. What's your porn name? Smoke D. I'm not a porn star. Speak English, please. Communication is the key. Yes, it is, Chase Green. So again, I've got a lot of people watching on YouTube right now, so please give a thumbs up to this, like it, and if you're watching it later on, make sure you like it. If you want me to keep doing this, make sure you like it and comment, because all those comments below get YouTube to keep promoting it. I don't get any recommendations these days because there are some serious problems with YouTube that they don't recommend certain videos, especially if they have a sexual picture on the front. So I have one video that has like 3.5 million views on it because it's a really good video. And I don't get any monetization, nor do they recommend it. So go to my YouTube channel that you're on right now and look at all my videos and like them all. Elliot, it's lovely. I love mature women compared to younger women because the younger are normally tarts. And not all younger women are tarts. Okay, some younger women are just incredibly awesome. The only thing that younger women don't have that older women have is experience. And that's just going to happen with time. Miguel, what if an older woman asks me to get an STD test? Is that a good thing? Miguel, that is an incredibly awesome thing. That means the older woman is A, has a smart head on her shoulders, B, she doesn't want to infect herself, her family, or anybody else. And C, that means that eventually you might be doing it with or without condoms. So I think she's just being smart. Absolutely. I think that's a good sign that she's interested in you. How old are you? I don't talk to my mom about wearing women's clothes. She knows that I do. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. How did she find that out? Did she stop and look through the peephole or something? Or did you walk around and tell her about it? I mean, just literally, it's great that you have that relationship with your mother. Hi, low key. Thumbs up. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Ray, when I was 19 years old, I was with a woman who was 40 years old, and I was hooked before MILF was even a term. Yeah, I know. You know what's really funny is that I had a lot of my friends that were into, a lot of my guy friends were really into my mom when I was growing up. And I guess maybe that's why I thought it was cool because, you know, she was very attractive. And I liked the fact that she, you know, always cared about her looks and she, you know, wasn't afraid to express herself. She wasn't, you know, she wasn't as overly comfortable, you know, sharing things like I am, but she also was in a different generation. Uh, so yeah, a lot of people do get hooked on older women because they have a very good experience when they're younger, and it just keeps growing, and it's like a preference. So like if you had your first person that you were with was a really, really exciting, vibrant, warm, nurturing older woman, you might always want to have someone older because that's what your first fantasy was. That doesn't mean you can never change from that, but it's totally cool if you do. And a lot of guys get nervous because like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me because I get turned on by older women. No, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just your preference right now, and it may change, but right now it is. Oh, Ray, I didn't realize that. You're 40 and your wife is 50. You go, guy. How's that working for you, Ray? You got a little 10-year age gap. I like it. Elliot, may I ask, can we see a picture of your mom? Let me see if I have a picture of my mom somewhere. I'll try to get that to you. Yeah, exactly. Did your parents stay married or was my mom divorced? Good question. No, my parents are actually celebrating, I think they just celebrated a 60-year wedding anniversary. That's like incredible to be married to the same person 60 years, and they're so happy and they're so loving towards each other, and they were wonderful role models for me. And that's, I think, one of the best things about coming from parents that really love each other, which is why I always say, if you're in a bad relationship, don't stay together for the kids. Leave. Go find someone that you truly love and show that as an example for your kids. It's not that simple, but that's my feelings. Hey, KarenLee, I never asked my parents about women. I learned that on my own. I think that's pretty much the norm. Most people do not talk to their parents about women, or men, or anything. There's very, like, I meet a lot of people and I say, I do a sex podcast called Sex Talk with My Mom, with my son, and the people are always looking at me like, oh my God, you talk about sex with your son and your son talks about sex with you? And I said, yeah, absolutely. They're like, that's awesome. I could never do that with my mother or father. So yeah, thank you, Bonker, for saying I'm amazing. And was my mom a cougar? She was always, yes, she was, in my definition, Kevin, a cougar, which is the confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy woman. Yeah, I think she was a cougar and still is to some extent. I mean, she still cares about how she looks, and she's in her 80s. Andy, I always talk to a lady while she's on her break, and she told me she has other men-sized foot. Should I ask her if I can see them, but she's married? Andy, like usual, comes up with the bizarre, crazy question of the day. For all of you who don't know Andy, I don't even know how he comes up with this. But so basically, Andy, you're asking me, while she's on her break, she told me that she has other men-sized foot. Should I ask? I don't even know if she's married, why that is even part of this issue of why she has a man-sized foot. I don't even know what you're asking. I feel like having a laughing attack right now because I don't know what that was about. Okay, Araya says, it's okay, but I'm now getting attracted to younger women. So you're attracted to younger women, but you're married to an older woman. Is there a problem with that? Okay, Hawaiian Suns. Have a great day, Karen. Time for work. Okay, thank you for joining in. Low key, I learned that on my own also when I was 9. Oh, okay. Kiefer, my mom never told me to watch film classics like Jacqueline Bisset. Number one reference point for the older woman, my starting point, never looked back. Oh, so Jacqueline Bisset was your reference point for older women. Yeah, a lot of people got into older women with the advent of like Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, and you know the Cougar Town, or you know just I guess you know truthfully, cougars were always popular. Even Ben Franklin talked about being into older women. Look what's going on in France right now, where they're the guy prime minister is with his 20-year-old teacher, or 20 years older teacher. Not that I'm recommending that, but I'm saying it's definitely become more and more common and more popular. At least people are more comfortable talking about it. And Andre, I always had a thing for older women, and today I found your channel, lovely information, and subscribe. Thank you, Andre. And Andre, if you'd like to join me on my Patreon channel, that would be great as well, because that is where you can interact more closely with me. I'm putting a link here, KarenLee Potter. It's basically for those who haven't checked it out yet, and I just got 2 wonderful new subscribers, John and Josh. John and 2 J's. Just subscribed on my Patreon channel. And that's a great way to see, like, I put bikini pictures of me on there. I put videos on that are only for patrons. So I suggest everyone goes there and checks it out, because YouTube is not a good way to monetize. As a matter of fact, I think yesterday I made 68 cents on YouTube. Woo! That ain't gonna pay for a lot. Let's see. Hi there, Peter and Nateo and all these people on Instagram. Miguel. Hi, Clash Clan. Miguel said the older women that asked me to get tested did come out to me that she did get fixed for no more kids and likes hard drinks. Oh, Miguel, you are in there. You're just very close. Get that damn STD test and get moving with this, and let me know what happens. Vabav, I am always scared to talk to women. If I talk, she gets hurt by not intensely. Okay, there's a language problem with this. Is this a question? You're scared to talk to women. You gotta get past the fear of talking to women. Women are human beings. If they don't want to talk to you, they'll just let you know that, and you move to the next one. So it's a numbers game, and you're gonna miss everyone. You're gonna miss every basket you don't take, right? Or whatever that term is. All right, Tom, I always had fantasies about some of my high school teachers. I bet you a lot of people were like that. Oh, Ray. So, Ray, are you trying to say that you want to get out of your relationship that you have right now with your older woman? Be careful about jumping ship, because it may not be about the age at all. You might just be in what I call the cougar effect, which is unfortunately pretty common, and that is not cougar effect, the Coolidge effect. Whoops. The Coolidge effect means that it's basically a human condition that you're with the same person for a while and you want variety. And sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side, and if you've got a great woman and she loves you, that quick flash in the pan sex with someone else is not going to necessarily help your relationship. So be careful and just try to fix whatever your relationship is. If you're having problems getting turned on by the girl you're with, even if she's older or younger, or whatever the case may be, talk about with her and see if you could spice it up by some of the other techniques I talk about. And I'd be happy, Ray, to talk to you more closely. Join me on Patreon, and I could talk to you. I could do coaching too. I do a lot of personal coaching for anybody who's interested. Thank you for that, Rice Anesthetica. And where can I find your video at? Eduardo Villarreal. I do YouTube channel KarenLee Potter, but if you want to buy my video, How to Catch a Cougar, everything is on my website, and I'll put that right here in the comment section, KarenLeePotter.com. Okay. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, there. .com. I'm gonna post this, and you guys can go there and check out all the cool stuff I got going on over there. I have a great shop page. Would love if you guys would buy some stuff on my shop page. Hi, John. You're dying to ask me something. What is it? Faze, I don't get explicit on Patreon because I'm not a porn star. I have my limits there, and that is it. I will put a bathing suit picture of me, and that's about it. Okay. Namaste, Jayesh. Have a good day, low-key. Hey, Victor. Make sure before you leave, when you're saying goodbye, make sure you like this video, and Please comment and like all my videos, especially the more recent ones, because the more comments I get, again, the more YouTube recommends me. Right now, they're not recommending me a lot because of the content. Andy, she told me she has 11 size foot. I always want to ask her if I can see her big feet, but I don't know what she would say. If she's talking to you about it, Andy, go for it. Let's see. Ray, what is the best way to date a younger woman? What is the best way to date a younger woman? I don't even understand what you're asking. Like, what do you mean best way to date them? Ask them out, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. John, go for it. I'm 19. I'm interested in 35 plus, but are they interested in that age? John, you probably will find women that are interested in that, especially if you are a mature 19-year-old. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Just go out and try to find women that are, and hopefully you will be successful. Again, how many guys have I been with, Faze? More than one and less than 100. How's that? And thank you for the thumbs up. So, is that the question, John? Do you have any other questions? Okay. So, hello to Costa Rica, from Costa Rica. That's cool. And Jerome and all these other people here. I'm a sex god. You're a sex god. That's cool. And thank you for all the hearts and the kisses and everything else. Everybody that's on Instagram, I pinned my website, KarenLeePotter.com. Go there. Support it by either getting coaching or buying videos, or I also have a Patreon page, and I do have a Facebook page, Karen Lee Potter Show, so you guys can go to all those places, find me, and support it that way. If you want more information, I definitely will answer much more, personal questions for you. If you have questions about yourself that you've been dying to ask me, go to Patreon and sign up for messaging. I do phone calls, coaching. Everything's on my website. Gustavo, I'm your favorite cougar. Wow. In the next life, I will be a pool boy. Okay. How can I get a younger woman to go out with an older man? Ask her out. I don't think there's any difference between asking out an older woman, same age woman, or younger. I don't believe that age really matters. I just think you just have to go for it and see what happens. Is it too much to ask the older lady I'm into to see if my size is okay because I have and it worked out okay? Miguel, no. Do not ask anybody about your penis size. I think that's a very, very, very bad idea, especially if you don't really know her. That could maybe potentially freak her out. It would if someone said to me, want to see my size. And I don't like that. I'm Kendra Luss level, by the way. Thank you, John. That's very sweet. Kendra Luss is the hottest porn star out there, or one of them at least. Let's see. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Hi, Bliss, Lexi, Escott. You look good even without makeup. I have makeup on. What are you talking about? I have makeup on, but thank you. Did your son have intercourse with Nina Hartley? Not yet. Jonathan, you just turned 29. You're welcome, Ray. Yeah, Fozzie. John, I'm going to explain what Fozzie's talking about. Nina Hartley offered to mentor my son sexually. If you guys want to hear that, long podcasts are on my iTunes. It's called Sex Talk with My Mom. Okay. Tom said, watch the TV show on Friday nights, first day. It's hysterical. Thank you. Elliot's 21. John saying Kendra Luss is a sweetheart. Yes. Okay. So yeah, for all of you guys, you love Nina Hartley, Bliss. I love Nina Hartley too. She's awesome. But I got a lot of people watching on YouTube right now. Please, if everybody's watching, give me a thumbs up. I'd be happy to answer any questions here, but I need to know what your questions are. But first, make sure if you're watching this later, put all your questions and comments in below here, and I'll answer them all. Ray, I hadn't been with a woman younger than me since I was in my early 20s, and now that I'm 40, that's my main interest. You just want something different, Ray, and I would just really think, like, I don't know what your relationship is right now, if you're single, if you're married, if you have an open relationship, but I think it's normal to want to do something different. And, you know, just communicate with the person you're with and make sure that you're not doing anything that you're going to regret later. Think first. Think about consequences. For all of you guys, that's another very good advice that I'm not sure everybody's mother taught them, but it's very, very important for you to think about consequences. Whatever you do, before you react, before you get angry, before you do something mean, or before you do something sexual, or before you do something that you think might have some sort of consequence, think about it. Mr. Pirate Brain, another one of my KarenLee's crew on here, anybody that frequents this is KarenLee's crew, he gave me music, and the song is called Think About It. So if you guys watch any of my videos, the opener a lot of times is Think About It, and I really want you guys to think about it. You can't get hard for young women, John, that's cool. Then just stick with the older ones right now. You eventually will get hard for any age woman. Do I know Janet Mason? No, I do not. Maybe bring a cougar cub couple. You helped me inspire, that you helped inspire on camera. Love you. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. If anybody wants to come on my show that has benefit from this channel, then I would love to have them come on. And yeah, you're 26, Bryson, and you're about to be 27 in December. That's a long way off. Enjoy your 26 years. Dylan, after you greet a lady saying hello, you look and you looking great, and how you been? What the hell do you do now? What do you say? What do you do? Like, now what? Dylan, please go get the How to Catch a Cougar. I talked in depth about that on that. I just put it on my, it's on my website, KarenLeePotter.com. Buy the video, it's well worth it. I'm a minute and a half left to answer that question, Dylan. I think you just need to speak like about what's going on in the surroundings, but it's really, really important that you start getting comfortable talking to women in general, just as you would any guy. So I'd be happy to help you, Dylan. Why don't you go to my Patreon page, sign up for as little as $1, as little as $1 a month. I will message you. That sounds like the greatest deal on earth, doesn't it? And let's see, but that's a good question, and I know that a lot of people have that same question. I look like Nina. She is the hottest woman in porn stars. Thank you, Jonathan. You're not the first to say I look like Nina Hartley. And we have pictures together, by the way, if you're interested, on my Patreon page. Patreon is spelled Patreon, and then you go Karen Lee Potter, and you could support me there. So, John, if you listen to the podcast, you will hear all about Nina and my son and how she offered to mentor him sexually. Thank you, Blade, and Amin, and Aman, and I look like some porn star. Yeah, it's probably Nina Hartley, Blade. And thank you for saying I'm hot. Chip, you enjoy my perspective. Elliot loves my hair. I love all you guys. You guys are the sweetest. Can I please show my feet? Oh my goodness, here we go. Can everybody see my feet? I'm ready to get another pedicure with Nina Hartley. Again, I show an entire pedicure. If you're a foot person, go to Patreon, because I show a pedicure with a really adorable young girl that gives me a pedicure on there. But you got to go on Patreon, not giving that stuff away for free. Nina's our favorite adult porn entertainer of all time, right? I think she's a lot of guys' favorite. Your mom came out to me when she was 17, when I was 17. She came out as being gay, Jonathan. Oh my God, your feet are actually really nice. John, yes, they are very nice. Thank you. You would love to suck my feet. Okay. Well, this is going down the rabbit hole fast. Yeah, Chip, a lot of guys are into feet. Hi there, my beautiful friend, Peace Daily. How you doing? Yeah, everybody's shocked about Nina Hartley wanting to mentoring my son. And if you guys are interested in that, go to Sex Talk with my mom. I'll put it down here and so you guys can Sex Talk with my mom. And it's on iTunes. And I'm posting it on Instagram, and you guys can check it out. Let's see if I can pin that. Yeah. So go there, check it out. Make sure to write a review once you watch it and give it a good rating so that it's actually a really good podcast. And we're interviewing a guy today, as a matter of fact, which the next one will come out soon. And that is going to be a great interview because he's going to talk about what it's like to be on Tinder when you're sober. Very scary stuff, right? Hi, Rashad. I love older women. They nurture me and give me more affection. There's a lot of good reasons. That's one of the good reasons. They're very nurturing, and I think that's why a lot of guys continue to like to be with older women. Nina does not live in Chicago, John. I actually am living in Los Angeles right now, and Nina lives there. Okay, there are a lot of body parts I would like to see more than your feet, Ray. I walked in on my mom and her girlfriend having sex. My mom was using a strap-on on her girlfriend. Oh, that must have been pretty freaky for you, Jonathan. Yeah. So, but the good thing is that you guys talked about it. All right. So guess what time it is? I know you're not. Yeah, I'm friends with Nina Hartley. Yes. I'm not food friends. I'm friends. Okay? Is your mom gay? If she did that, I don't know. You have to ask her. I don't know what her situation is. I don't know what she was doing, and I'm not going to judge your mom. Kendra lives in Chicago. No, Kendra lives in. I don't know. She doesn't live in Chicago. My voice is soothing. Oh, thank you. A lot of people make fun of my accent. It's a Chicago accent. Yeah, it's funny because I always thought New York had a very pronounced accent, but when I'm here in Los Angeles, I was just like, oh my God, do you live in New York? I'm like, no, I lived all my life in Chicago. So anyway, I love you guys, and don't forget, there's a lot of good ways you could support me. The main way, and it makes my day, when I get even the smallest donation on Patreon. Patreon/KarenLee Potter. I also have a wish list that I'm putting on Amazon, and I could really use some help with that. Although I have to put a way to send it to me. I have forgot about that. Oh, you're from Alabama. Okay, cool. And I'm not going to be able to come to Mexico right this minute. Speak French, please. Parlez-vous français? Okay, John, you're going to have to talk to her about that, and I'd be happy to talk to you more about your mom on my Patreon page. Peace, love. I love you all. I got to run. Make sure the thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and join me on my different ventures. And I'll be here hopefully tomorrow at the same time, 11 Pacific Standard Time. But if you haven't already, subscribe here on YouTube and turn on your notifications so you'll know when I'm on live again. And I'd love to have you join me. And same with Instagram, put on your notifications so you'll be notified when I'm back on again. I know a lot of you guys already have done that, but anyway. Let me know when you get rid of that dude you're with, Ray. Okay, I'll let you know. All right, that's it. Hasta mañana. Adios. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. And all the rest of that stuff.